Hi students, welcome to the session on editorials. In the last session, we discussed about the various definitions of editorials, its history, its qualities and the structure of editorial. In this session, we shall discuss about the various functions of the editorials, its types and also learn how to write an editorial, a middle, letter to the editor and etc. The editorial basically that journalistic essay which comments on news. Its main function is to give analysis, effects and background details of a news. In general, news tells us what is happening around us, while editorials tells us detail about the news. There are various functions of an editorial. The functions of an editorial in general are like a first one we can mention it as an editorial explains a subject, an event or a situation in a very detailed manner. It persuades the reader to think or act about a subject, an event or a situation in a new or different way. It also answers criticism. The criticism might be about a person, a group, a subject or an event or even a situation in any form of defense. The editorial also warns us about a problem that you see lies ahead. It also criticizes the actions of a person, group or an organization or an event or a situation. Since this editorial is the voice of the newspaper staff, the editorial writer have special responsibilities and have to be constructive and also has to offer the solutions to the actions he criticizes. The editorials also praise and offer congratulations to a person or a group or an event, and when someone does something worthy of praise, it also passes it on. The editorials entertains when issues are not worth handling with heavy comment or criticism. Criticizing something through humor can sometimes be more effective than taking the gloves off and slugging away. These editorials are not easy to write, but when done correctly, they are rewarding. In general, the editorials of a good newspaper are always interesting. They are full of life and attract our attention. The leading editorial article should be thought-provoking, and instead of being partisan, they should be independent and full of inspiration for all the readers. In fact, good editorials are read with the same interest as any other part of a newspaper. The policy of a newspaper should be based upon fairness. It should not only be applied to the editorials, but it should also be applied to the news items published in the newspaper. Such a policy will surely increase the popularity of the newspaper as well as create a lot of confidence among the readers of the newspaper. It may be defined by setting forth a geographical setting or a historical background, by identifying and classifying conflicting forces, by democrating complicate issues or by outlining movements and groups. It must be able to answer the reader's question, what does this mean to me? This question must be answered very clearly. The modern editorial page has developed its own techniques. It came more in touch with the social sciences. It began to be based on survey reports, analysis of public finances and reference materials, and began to provide an intelligent, comprehensive analysis of puzzling situations. The kind of editorials to be written depends upon the purpose of the writer, whether to inform or to interpret or to criticize or to comment or to argue or to entertain. Based on this, the editorial can be of various types. The first of that kind is editorial of information. This type of editorial tries to seek and tries to give us the information on facts of news stories and also add other facts within a minimum of explanation. It also defines terms, it identifies persons or factors and also provides the background. The next of the editorial type is the editorial of interpretation. This type of editorial actually explains the significance or meaning of a news event or a current idea, condition or a situation. Its real purpose is to inform. It determines and defines the terms and issues. It identifies the persons and factors and also provides an historical and geographical background. It may also explain and examine the motives of persons or suggest the consequences of various courses of action. It actually involves little if any impression of opinion, except as interpretation or explanation of facts may be considered as opinion. However, the difference between the interpretation and the opinion is that normally anyone having access to the same facts and having the expertise to explain them would arrive to about the same interpretation. Opinion is much more personal because it evolves from a person's biases and background, which may be different from someone else and perhaps either broader and deeper or limited or shallower. Most editorials in the daily press are those of interpretation or criticism. Even opinion editorials are based upon the acts as interpreted by the editorial board or publisher. The third one is the editorial of criticism. This type of editorial points out the good or the bad features of a problem or situation mentioned in the news. Its real purpose is to influence the reader. The writer usually writes or uses the scientific method of defining a problem, examining all the evidences available, and then perhaps tentatively he suggests a solution. The next type of editorial is the editorial of commendation, appreciation or tribute. As the name implies, this type of editorial actually praises, commends or pays tributes to a person or an organization that has performed well. Mostly topics for this type of editorials may include the retirement of a teacher or a well-known custodian, the outstanding performance of a cast in a play or a musical show, and many of this type. The next type of editorial is the editorial of argumentation. This type of editorial often is also called as the editorial of persuasion. In this editorial, the editor actually argues in order to convince or persuade the reader, and he makes them accept his stand on the issue. The next type of editorial is the editorial of entertainment. This type of editorial evokes a smile, a chuckle, a laughter while suggesting the truth. While they are saying the real fact, they just give it in a very humorous or a funny manner actually. Its main aim is to entertain. It is mostly very short in nature. The next one is the mood editorial. It presents a philosophy rather than an argument or an explanation. Oftentimes, the subject matter of this type of editorial is nature or emotion. The final type of editorial is a special occasion editorial. This type of editorial mostly explains the significance of a special day or an occasion, might be a Republic Day or an Independence Day or a Valentine's Day or any of its kind. We have already seen the different types of editorials, and coming to know about the different types of editorials, we also have to know how to write it in a very significant manner so that it attracts the readers. So, editorial writing in a newspaper is a great learning and educational process. We have to understand the complexities of the burning problems of the day through the analytical and incisive editorials. They expand our mental horizon. As students of journalism, you students have to learn the difference between what is news writing and what is editorial writing. Actually, the news writing differs from the editorial writing, and really we have to follow certain nuances to become a very good editorial writer. Okay? News writing has a definite structure. It starts with the headlines, credit line, date line, intro or lead paragraph and followed by the body of the report. This you students might have been aware before itself, but coming to an editorial writing, it is a different and a new thing to you. So, please students concentrate more on editorial writing. Okay? The news stories are written in the inverted pyramid style. Here the most important points of the story are focused in the beginning. The less important points are presented in a sequence as per their importance. Well written features give us an insight to the world around us, while middles add a dash of humor and wit. A close reading of the editorials, articles, features, middles and letters to the editor will reveal that their structure, content and the style of writing are different from one another. A journalist may be a good news writer or a reporter or an article writer, but may prove to be a poor editorial writer. So, this makes a difference between a normal news writer and an article writer from an editorial writer. To be a good editorial writer, students, you should know that one needs a good grasp of language. As such, one has to develop his or her language skills. If you students really want to be a good editorial writer, please develop your language skills. That is the main and most important aspect as far as editorial writing is concerned. Editorial writing gives one the opportunity to use his or her command over vocabulary and usage to the best of one's abilities. Letter to the editor is an important feature of a newspaper where the feedback from the readers is received in the form of opinions on various burning issues, besides criticism and suggestions for improvement of the coverage of a newspaper. A letter to the editor sent by the reader may not be in the desired form needed for the newspaper, and moreover we people cannot expect a reader to write in a perfect language. So, what happens is a sub-editor has to apply his own skills to correct or even rewrite the letter to make it fit for the publication. It is the duty of the sub-editor to take care of the letter sent by the readers. So, with all these background, we shall discuss the finer points of editorial writing, which largely consists of the editorials, features, articles, middles and the letters to the editor. Writing an editorial page is, so the editorial page is the soul of the newspaper. It determines the approach and the savor of the newspaper. The stand of the newspaper on a particular issue is predictable through the editorials. The various opinions and the analysis of an issue are presented through the articles. The eminent personalities who are specialized in the particular areas express their views and ideas, by which the reader expands his horizon of understanding. As far as features, the features in newspapers today are an extension of the hard news capturing the news headlines. The historical and cultural background of problems in the news, interesting facets of tourism spots, environmental issues, write-ups on the film characters, celebrities, etc. makes the interesting features. Writing middles require writing skills and craftsmanship, because in the middles there is a need to develop and conclude with a punch line, that too in a very limited words. The letters to the editor column published in the editorial page is very much important, because it serves as a channel of interaction between the readers and the newspaper. The views of the readers on the current issues of the day and their criticism and the glory of the quality of publication of the newspaper forms an important feedback for the newspaper to further improve its quality and style. So, on the whole, the editorial page of a newspaper feeds a thought for the serious readers. And moreover, when compared to serious readers and casual readers, the editorial page does not suit for the readers who just glance through the paper for casual and light reading. The proper written editorials, articles, features, middles and the letters to the editor actually attracts the readers to the particular newspaper, and they never opt for any other newspaper. Once they get stick into one particular newspaper, they keep on continuously reading the same newspaper again and again. They never switch off to any other newspaper. The eminent editors and the columnists make their name through the column of the editorial page. all the editorials in the newspapers are published in the name of the editors. But it is not that all the editorials are written by the same editor himself. In certain newspaper firms, there is generally a panel of editorial writers who are assigned subjects of their specialization by the editor himself. The sensitive and delicate issues which call for spelling out the newspaper's stand are generally handled by the editor himself or a close aide who is well acquainted with the newspaper policies. This is because it should not create any type of controversies. So, they just be careful of writing the editorial because it is very sensitive. The recent development of communication technology has made it easier to write the editorials. In those days, people did not have access to the technology and were not aware of the happenings around. They were not familiar with the background and causes of sudden socio-economic and political developments. The editorial writers actually had to discuss the subject in detail by providing the reader with the details including the background of the subject, the current scenario to analyze the pros and cons and the new development and its consequences, and had to conclude with the newspaper's stand on the issue and suggestion for the solution. But now it is not of that kind. People are updated with events around in a fraction of seconds either through the television screens or the mobile screens. The media convergence in the recent days has made information float very easily. There is no need to explain the full background of the issues for the reader. The present day editorials actually directly approach the subject with the newspaper's views and comments, thereby they cut down the number of words when compared to the earlier editorials. It has really given the writers the freedom to write 2 or more editorials regularly touching on varied subjects and engaging the attention of the society, ranging from politics to sports and every subject of interest to the readers. Many newspapers write on offbeat subjects, that is, they try out certain innovative subjects in the third editorial. Thereby, they lighten the burden of serious issues in the editorial page. Editorial writing has always been an art which has to be mastered by practice and judicious use of language. Actually, it cannot be written in a style of news report nor in the format of an article. The limitations of words and space offer the editorial writer a challenge to encapsulate his thoughts and views within the given framework by using the appropriate word, usage and language to tackle his subject. A good editorial is one that is not only thought provoking, but also eminently readable. Next to the main editorial is the feature. The writing a feature also differs from the normal editorial writing. Every reporter likes to write a story that is interesting from the beginning to the end and which can be used next week or even next month because it is a semi-timeliness quality. Such stories which rely on something other than the immediacy for their appeal are known as features. Are you really clear about what is a feature and an editorial? Yes, because the feature differs little from the editorial. The subject of a feature may be anything. It may be a person, an idea, a situation, a hobby, a process or an historic anniversary. The objective of the writer may be to inform or to explain or to instruct or only to just entertain. The qualities that set the feature apart from the other stories are its lack of immediacy and its in-depth treatment of an interesting or provocative subject. Good example of features can be found in the Sunday supplements of newspapers. If you have a chance to go through the Sunday supplements, you will be very much clear about the difference between the editorial, features, middles, etc. An important quality of a feature is that it should have a news peg. What is a news peg? Yes, the news peg is something that is related to the topic recently in the news. The news peg is at times implicit in the story itself or sometimes expressed clearly at the beginning. The news peg is the writer's way of telling the readers why the feature is being published or why they should bother reading it. In the features, the considerable amount of human interest ingredient is prevalent, though it is not an absolute requirement. However, the human interest expressed in the form of color description, anecdotes, dialogues actually help the editor or the writer to capture and hold the reader's attention throughout the story. The language of features offers an opportunity to the writer to display his command over the language and also to show his own craftsmanship skills. The principles of journalism stipulate that ornamental language should not be used while writing the hard news, but full liberty of language use and creative skills in writing features is allowed. This also makes a difference between the feature writing and the other types of writing. Of course, the writer has to be careful to ensure that he does not lose the focus of the theme and the subject. He has to apply his own language and literary skills to make his feature more attractive and readable. How he handles the facts and materials of the subject and gives a shape with the application of appropriate language will ultimately decide the fate of his writing, whether it is interesting or boring and all those sorts. Traditionally, the features were used in the editorial and magazine sections of the newspapers. Attractive headlines and a liberal use of photographs were distinctive characters of the feature. However, the news features and human interest features are quite popular in the modern newspapers. As we live in a fast moving world today, where the television intrudes into our lives every moment, newspaper readers also cannot wait for the Sunday magazines or supplements to read more about the topical event. Hence, news features on topical events by the reporters on the spot of the incident are elaborately used. In many cases, the story behind the news is projected through news features where comments and views of opposing parties are projected, the reaction of the victims and the common people are also presented, and the merits and the demerits of the issues are discussed with the comments from various experts. The human interest features are quite popular among the readers and the newspapers. The struggle of ordinary mortals to reach the dizzy heights and the action of the rich and powerful which display their human face fascinate the common readers. For example, an ordinary rickshaw puller returning a bag containing rupees 2 lakhs to its rich owner captures our imagination. A man escaping from the jaws of a whale may make interesting reading. Really, right? Just imagine a man just escaping from the jaws of the whale. You can't imagine, and you yourself become very interested to read that, right? So, the features must be of that kind of human interest. Next, coming to an article, it is one of the most serious piece of writing in the editorial page. It is generally written on a contemporary subject, that is the current subject of importance, or on a debatable issue. It is positioned at the top of the page, thereby reflecting the importance accorded to it by the editors. The articles or the features or whatever we are giving in an editorial page attains more significance through a space we allot in the page. The purpose of the article is to enable the readers get a better understanding of the burning issues in the day. Actually, it provides the readers an insight to the issues involved and gives a crisp and thought-provoking analysis of the problem. Generally, the articles are written by experts specialized in the area of work. For example, if the subject pertains to the national politics, an article written by a popular political commentator who has been very much closely monitoring to the developments and have a wide experience in the field would be preferred. Similarly, a former diplomat or a senior foreign service officer may be asked to write a foreign affairs and so on. A person in a medical field may be asked to write an article on the medicine oriented articles. Actually, this enables the readers to get a clear and detailed view of the issue. Analysis of an issue by considering all its pros and cons and interpreting the development in the light of the past history and the prevailing socio-economic and political situations through the article provides useful insight and feeds the thoughts of the readers. Apart from their regular article writers, actually most of the newspapers subscribe to the syndicated feature services which supply the newspapers with a wide range of articles on various subjects of interest, written by a panel of reputed writers drawn from different fields like politics, foreign affairs, social issues, health, education, defense and so on. The article writers are actually considered to be the experts in their own field. They are given the liberty of presenting their views in their own way. They are permitted to relate their own experiences in assessing a problem and offering a solution. Through this, an article gets a personal touch and offers the readers an insider's view on the subject. The language of articles, like all journalistic writers, should be preferably reader friendly. A non-journalist may have the tendency to write complex and ornamental language which should be curtailed while writing articles. The writer actually should try to convey his thoughts in a very simple, lucid manner so that the reader has no difficulty in understanding him. The editors have to ensure that the articles written are easily understood by the common reader without any difficulty. Even articles on technical subjects have to be written without their technical jargons, or otherwise there would be no difference between an article and a textbook. In fact, such problems have today given rise to a distinct form of journalism on scientific writings, and we call it as science journalism. And coming to the middle, which we have already explained what a middle is, the middle differs from the articles and features of the editorial page. The middle is the integral part of the editorial page of a newspaper. The main purpose of the middle is to provide humor and wit in an otherwise serious page which has thought-provoking editorials, enlightening articles and letters to the editor from the readers highlighting their grievances and problems and offering their point of view on the myriad issues of the day. It is actually positioned between two articles of the editorial page and hence the name middle. The length of the middle should be around 400 words. The word limitations in writing the middle actually makes middle writing all that difficult. The writer generally picks up topical subjects, gives an important to humorous twist and ends it with a punchline that provides the reader a humorous and satiric fare. The middle writers enjoy the freedom in the use of language. There is no journalistic restrictions for the middle writers. As it is a product of their own creative mind, the middle writers are allowed to use even colloquial words and slangs what we use in a normal way of talking. However, one thing he has to ensure is that the normal decency and the decorum has to be maintained. Changing taste and dearth of a good middle writers have today pushed the middles to be oblivion. Many newspapers in which the middle used to be a regular feature are these days stopping its publications and going to the other columns. The next one to the middles is the letters to the editors. The letters to the editor column is an important component of a newspaper because here is where the views of the readers on the burning problems of the day, their grievances, their aspirations are reflected. This column is a part of the editorial page and acts as a medium of interaction with the readers. The input received from the readers is a good indicator of the popularity of a newspaper. Some of the letters also provide suggestions for improvement and constructive criticism of the published material, which may help the editorial desk to take corrective measures, keeping in view the likes and dislikes of the readers. As the name suggests, letters to the editor actually should be addressed to the editor of the newspaper or the publication. Writers should not waste time in introducing a subject, but should go to the point. Ornamental language should be avoided in letters to the editor. Simple and lucid language should be used so that the idea is conveyed more clearly to the readers. Letters should be short and concise. Different ideas should be presented in different paragraphs and it should not be in a continuous format. It may be a good idea for an aspiring journalist to start their foray into journalism by writing letters to the editor of their local newspaper. See, it is a very good suggestion. Students, you yourself have to start writing letters to the editor so that you become a perfect future journalist writers. Okay? They should actually select people oriented subjects and put forward their own points of view in a well structured letters. Their efforts should be directed at marshalling their thoughts in proper sequences and structuring, which will help them in perfecting their writing skills by the use of appropriate words, phrases and constructions of sentences. Letter writing will actually help you students to write news reports and features. Editorial writing in a newspaper is the greatest learning and educational process. So, students, I think now we are very much clear about the various functions of editorials, the types of editorials and how to write the editorial features, articles and etc. I will just give you a final summary of what editorial writing is in a newspaper. Okay? The editorial writing in a newspaper is a great learning and education process. Analytical and incisive editorials and thought-provoking articles expand our mental horizon and enable us to understand the complexities of the burning problems of the day. So, here in this session we have learned the importance of the editorial and how to write an editorial. Letters to the editor is an important feature of a newspaper where feedback from the readers is received in the form of opinions on various burning issues besides criticism and suggestions for the improvement of the coverage of the newspaper. You are clear with what a letter to an editor is, right? Okay. Now, again you have also learnt about the importance of the middle and a feature in a newspaper. By now, you must have understood how to write an editorial and the importance of a middle, feature and letters to the editor. Thank you, students.